Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Infiniti QX50. This is the autograph trim level. It's finished off in graphite shadow, and the MSRP is just over $61,000. We have a lot to go over for this luxury focused, smaller size SUV. And let's start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, this is the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It is paired to a CVT transmission, and it pumps out 268 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque, sent through that all-wheel drive system. 0 to 60 for this 4,000-pound SUV is right around 6.5 seconds. It has a top speed of 141 miles an hour. You're also looking right around 22 miles per gallon in the city and 28 out on the highway. So it's a very fuel-efficient SUV. Now up front, very large Infiniti logo, which is also the sensor. There's a hidden forward-facing camera. Chrome for that entire surround, along with plenty of cutouts, both in that upper and lower section. There's also functional cutouts on the sides of the bumper there. This has LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals with LED fog lights in the lower section. Really nice lines coming down the hood, and then that brush trim accent in the lower section of the bumper. Now this also has a really nice set of 20-inch wheels. There is some plastic for the fender arches. It's in the lower section of that bumper there. It's on the entire side skirt, where there's also a chrome accent. There's the brushed aluminum finish for the power folding side mirrors with a camera and a turn signal. And then full moonroof up top. All the window trim is finished off in that brushed accent as well. I think it has a really good look from the side too, with all the lines that run down. And then this also has a body colored spoiler with the integrated third brake light. There's the wiper blade, a set of LED taillights. There's all the parking sensors, more brushed accents in the lower bumper. This can even tow right around 3,000 pounds. So this does have the factory hitch installed. It also features remote start. So we'll just lock it. And by holding on that button, it will start up. You can hold on that button to shut it off as needed. Now you can also use the key fob or the button located up underneath to open this up. I hit the button on the right side. There's actually two underneath. So we have one on the left side for the liftgate operation and one on the right side to actually lock it. Now, once we're in the back, the cargo space actually has a good bit of space. There's brown carpeting for the entire back. A little bit of storage underneath the floor. You can actually lift this up, or you have a little bit more if you need to use it. You can also fold the back seats down by pulling on these tabs, and you can install that cover too if you need to. So for its smaller size, it's very usable as far as cargo space goes. Now, to make our way to the back, I don't have the settings set up just right, but you can lock and unlock this from the back door handle, so it must be shut off at the moment. Take a look at this 3-tone interior. Brown leather, blue suede, white leather, along with this trim accent here. Pretty interesting to see, but it works well. There's Bose audio, storage in that lower section, and then the white leather continues its way to these back seats, where I have a good bit of space. There's also storage pockets, there's vents, temperature adjustments. These are heated seats, and you get auxiliaries too. And I have about a ½ inch or so above my head and this brown Alcantara headliner. So it's pretty spacious, even with the seat fully reclined there. You get the armrest with cup holders and phone storage here, and a good bit of space for its smaller size. The Infiniti logo is also an illuminating badge, so that is part of this package. Front door panel is just like the rear. There's the side window adjustments, along with your mirror controls, memory seats too. And then a little bit different of a design for the front seats here, which are power operating. Now let's start this up. There's also brown for the floor mats there, which is neat to see. And it's on the leather steering wheel. Now there's paddle shifters on the back side. On this left side, there's volume, along with your Bluetooth and voice commands. On the right side, you have cruise, distance pacing. You can also pull up some of the standard safety features and monitor those. And then you have these arrows to go through the rest of this information. So you have quite a lot that you can scroll through. Not too many settings within each one, so it's mainly just pulling it up as is and then moving on to the next one here. So you have a good bit that you can scroll through, and then you can see the rest of the info on the left side and the right side there, which is fixed. Now on the left side, there's the headlight and fog light adjustments, the steering assist, parking sensors. You can also turn on and off the head-up display, and then there's the liftgate release. Head-up display is just going to show miles per hour, speed limit sign. You have the distance pacing, as well as your steering assist. Now there's two screens in the middle. The upper screen here is a touchscreen system, but I have found it to be much easier to use all these shortcuts down below. So basically this screen is going to show you all of these views here. It's always going to have either the navigation on or turn-by-turn directions, or you have the split view. So you always have the nav, and then you can have something shown on that left side there. So it's pretty neat to have, just depending on what you would like to see. It's also going to show you your camera system. So there's a shortcut here to pull that up as needed. Underneath that, for this screen here, you have a few buttons in the lower section for your audio, as well as being able to go through these icons here. So you can scroll through all of those. You can even pull up your climates too. Now there's temperature and fan speed, along with the heated and ventilated seats, and you have a few other adjustments for your passenger on the other side. There's also a CD player, all of your volume adjustments. There's wireless charging and auxiliaries, along with 2 cup holders. And then if we put this into reverse, you have that backup camera. Drive will show you your forward-facing camera, of course. There's also the manual setting, and then park is located on the top. Now there's also a few different driving modes that you can get into. So there's personal, sport, standard, and eco. It's going to change the throttle response just depending on how you're driving. There's the e-brake with auto hold, and then more blue suede works its way all the way to the armrest here, where you have a good bit of storage. And then there's also plenty of space in the glove box. Now up top with the rear view mirror, you have your garage door buttons, as well as a sunglass holder, and then you have your dome lights and adjustments for that sunshade and sunroof. And then visibility is not all that bad. From the driver's seat here, you can see over both shoulders fairly easily. And we're still in sport mode, so from second gear we can use the paddles. Here we go. Wow, the paddles are actually very responsive. I was not anticipating that. As soon as you touch these paddles, you are swapping gears. Now it's interesting because this has the CVT transmission, but you still have the paddles if you would like to use them, which just gives you a little bit more of a sporty feel for driving this vehicle. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the QX50. It's a nice place to be. If you want something that's a little bit more luxury feeling, we have Nissan and Infiniti. So Infiniti is a little bit more of the luxury side between those two. But the Infiniti, it looks like it can compete with Lexus, maybe BMW, Audi, as far as the materials and just what you are getting. We still have a lot of analog gauges, which I know a lot of people like. So if you're not looking for giant screens everywhere, we have some simplified screens, still giving you some of the modern information, and then all of your creature comforts too. So if you want something that doesn't have, I guess, more of that modernized look, we still got some old school features, it's a great option to go with. And it's been very nice to drive. I don't have any complaints with it. I'm not driving it for too many days this week, but it's been nice so far. It's just a normal daily driving commuter SUV. You need something that's going to give you some space, but you don't want something that's incredibly large either. So it's a nice option to go with. For 60 grand, I could see it being a little bit expensive for its size, but we have other trim levels too. So if you're not looking to spend this, you can get a lower trim level for the QX50. So it just depends on your budget, what you're looking to get for your SUV. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2024 Infiniti QX50. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.